What's up, ladies? I'm going to give you a few minutes to jump on. I hope y'all can hear me very well. You should be able to through my headphones. Say hi as you're coming on. Good morning. Needed. Yay, what's up? Good morning. Hey, whoever said oh hey boo, Christy, I think it's you. Can you click on StreamYard? There should be a link and click allow name so I can see your name, please. Everybody, please do that. Can you guys please tell me? You can hear me? Okay, Tiara, awesome, 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 ladies. Now, can you hear me the same if I am back here versus if I am close to the screen? Please drop a yes if you can. Always copy, Tiara. I just want to double check my sound. Yes, beautiful. Good, that means it's going through my headphones, so I don't have to be up in your face while giving these cues. I am so excited. Yes, thank you, ladies. Beautiful. Hello. I'm so excited that you all are here. I have never actually done this, so I am so no, I have done it, but it was like 2 years ago. This is going to be so great for you, ladies. I do have a list of exercises I'm going to show you. The ones I see the most issue and the ones that I can teach you the form that will translate into pretty much all of the other exercises. So those are what I'll go over today. If you have specific ones, drop them below. I'll get to them, but I have a pretty long list. I have no idea how long this live recording will go because this is so important that I just want to get through all the movements. Okay, cool. Great. Well, we are going to start with the Rdl, the Romanian deadlift. Honestly, deadlifts are the ones that have the most issues or the most errors or because they're just so technical, but they're an outstanding lift. And so I'm going to basically tell you a few key cues to think about for every movement, and we'll go from there. Cues will hit people's brains differently, so I might say the same thing in 5 different ways because I want to make sure that you're really getting it. Awesome. Drop any questions, any comments below. Talk to each other. Remember, every comment is an entry into the 12-week training program giveaway. Okay, sweet. So we are going to start with an Rdl. Just in case there are any beginners here, I'm simply going to show you what an Rdl is, and then I'll show you the most common areas that I see. Okay, awesome. So just to quickly show you, an Rdl is simply, I like to think, half of a deadlift, really. Your hips are kissing the sky. Chest is staying square to the ground, square to the walls in front of you. Your hamstrings are stretching, and you squeeze your hamstrings and glutes to stand. Okay? Now, here are the most common issues I see with Rdls. You're pushing your hips back. You are now making this much more of a quad exercise than you are posterior chain, which is your hammy and your glute. So kiss, 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 kiss your hips to the sky so you can stretch your hamstring. Otherwise, that's barely working your hamstring. So what are you even doing at this point? It's like you're doing half a squat. Let's not do that, okay? So here's a really easy way. It's actually a hip hinge issue. So common, and it can be really challenging to grasp. So for ease, let me actually do this. Okay, so you can do this with a broom, with anything, but I will show you how to have the perfect hip hinge every time. So this is how you want your hands to be. One hand facing out at the small of your back, and one hand right at your neck. Okay? Then, as you drop down into the Rdl movement, notice I'm not losing my points of contact. A lot of ladies will go like this. Or hips, again, pushing back, and you've lost that point of contact right here, okay? So stretch your hips up to the sky. Your legs are almost straight. Stretch, like my hamstrings are stretched right now. Like I probably couldn't even go much more. But all points of contact are there. Okay? Cool. That is actually the main thing with the Rdl. It's just simply that hip hinge. Okay, let me just check these comments. Yeah. RDLs are so challenging. I always want to know what RDL stood for. Romanian Deadlift. You're so funny. Hip hinge, you guys. Hip hinge is so key with everything. You want to be able to practice being able to move your pelvis to a neutral position, spilling over the front as if you cut off it's a bowl of soup, spilling over the back. A lot of ladies don't even understand how to move their pelvis separate from their torso or their legs. So RDLs are so hard because it's almost like your pelvis is jammed. It's almost jammed there. So let's actually do this really quick. Let's go into proper posture. What is it? What does it even mean to have proper posture and have proper form in life and in weightlifting? They're the same thing. They're the same thing, okay? So if you are in a space to do it, jump up with me. It will take 5 minutes. We'll do it together. Okay. You might not be able to see my feet. Let me drop this down. Cool. Okay. Feet are right under your hips, but mainly your feet you want where you would normally jump. That is where you deadlift from. That is where you RDL from. That is where you can do bent over rows from, where you jump. It's your most powerful position, okay? Knees are softly bent. Just softly, just standing here. Belly button is pulled into the spine, or you can think hips down to your pelvis. We're not here. So belly button to the spine, or hips down to your pelvis, okay? So like I said, think if your torso is completely cut off, if you give yourself an anterior tilt, your bowl of soup is spilling over the front. Some ladies walk around like this, so hard on your low back. Sometimes, if you have a posterior pelvic tilt, so the top of your pelvis is essentially going backwards, a lot of people stand like this, also not good for your low back. So find a nice neutral position, okay? For me, it's about right here, okay? Check your abs again. Now, here's a huge one. Pretend like there is a string right on your chest and someone is pulling it up to the sky, okay? So instead of here, someone is pulling your chest up to the sky, allowing you to just stand taller, okay? Another way you can do this, put your thumbs together out in front, roll them back. So let's say you're here, roll your thumbs back and almost like try to touch your thumbs to the back and then just let go, okay? I know sometimes it's like, oh my God, you totally get used to it. The next thing you need to do, push your chin back. We're not here, right? Push your chin back so you have a nice neutral spine. You're standing up nice and tall. People think I am way taller than 5'8". I'm like, no, I just stand up straight. I just practice that proper posture. Everything we just went over is exactly how you should be lifting weights. In everything, in rows, in shoulder press, in bent over rows, in deadlifts, in squats, every single thing, every detail we just went over is exactly perfect posture to lift, okay? Beautiful, ladies. Let me see if you have any questions. You hurt your back 3 times, yeah, from RDL, so now you're scared to do them. Okay, so let me answer Bobby's first. Any idea from too much weight or what would cause pain in upper glute and low back? Pain in an upper glute, that might be an actual issue, because if you're having pain in the upper glute, something must be pulling that. I'm actually not sure. I've never heard of someone saying they have pain in their upper glute before, actually. So I can't say that comes down to form. I would have to dig deeper and understand a little bit more. I think maybe someone's asking how much weight to use. For my clients, what I like to have them do, if you can do 2 or more reps than what I prescribe, so if I say do 4 sets of 12 and you're able to do 14 with proper form, increase your weight. You should be at almost failure every single set. Okay, now, so you're scared to do them because you hurt your back. Yeah, so Oh, you need to send a video. Are you one of my clients? It just says Facebook user. Yeah, all of my clients, you ladies, send me your videos. This is how we do form every day or every session. Now, if you're afraid to do them, start really light. Start with a doubt. Get your movement form, your movement pattern locked down before adding weight. Because if an injury ever occurs, 99.9% of the time, I can't even think of the other time, 99.9% of the time, it's just lack of proper posture, lack of proper form. You just did something wrong. So that's what we're doing in here, is helping you learn that proper posture, but also you get more results if you're lifting properly. I have had advanced lifters come into my program. They're like, I don't need to send you videos. I know how to train. I'm like, that's fine if you don't want to, but you really should. Like, I really encourage you to do it. They send them over and they're like, oh my God, I didn't even realize I wasn't engaging my back in a lat pull down. I was pulling with my arms. It's like, yeah, and you've been struggling for your back to grow and to shape and for fat loss and all these things. But it's because of how you're lifting in the gym. It makes a huge difference. Two people can spend an hour in the gym. One person lifts with proper form. One person lifts with half proper form. The person lifting with proper form will drastically change their body, have a total body transformation much faster than the person without form. Okay, enough of that. Sweet. Okay, now another key thing I want to tell you with the RDL, with deadlifts, and honestly with every exercise in general. This is a huge problem I see, and we're going to talk about it a few times. Where are your shoulder blades? A lot of ladies are here. Look at my shoulders. You're trying to do an RDL here. What's wrong with this? My shoulders are rolled forward. Get them back. What did that also do? It pulled my chest forward. Excuse me. It pushed my chest forward. Okay? Same with here. If you're here, you're putting so much stress on your upper back, so much stress on your shoulders. Pull them back and down. Get them in place so you're lifting from a strong position. This also allows you to pull the bar to your thighs, which is activating your lats. This is not a suggestion. This is a recommendation, or not a recommendation. This is a requirement for proper form. Get your shoulder blades back and down. I can feel my lats on right now, and I'm just holding a bar. I'm just holding it here, but I'm keeping it tight to my thighs, okay? The bar, I'm indenting my thighs basically as I'm going down because my lats are so engaged. My shoulder blades are so engaged, keeping that bar there, okay? It's not here, not here, here, okay? Hips touch the sky. Bar is tight to your body. Last thing I'll say about this. It's not your torso standing up, ladies. It is your glutes and your hamstrings forcing your body up, okay? Excellent. Any questions on the RDL? Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Mid back always hurt, bad knee. Yeah, it's definitely your form. Rehab your knees, focus on your form. That's definitely what I would recommend. Yes, I will do this with the dumbbell. Beautiful. I actually have a couple that I'm going to do for dumbbell, so let me grab them. Go ahead, drop below. What's either the one thing that it's like, oh my God, I never thought about that, or like, this is the thing I need to focus on. Drop below while I grab these dumbbells. Okay. Now, I'm actually going to show you a dumbbell RDL, same thing, and I'm going to show you a staggered stance RDL and why we would do it, and I'm going to show you a single leg RDL and why we would do it. Actually, a lot of the lifts today are all around deadlifts because these are the biggest issue. Such great exercises. Okay, I'm just going to do a couple. Ladies, it's actually no change. Okay, my fingers are rolling down my thighs. They touch my knees. I squeeze my glutes and hammies, and it forces my torso to come up. It forces my torso to come up. From the front, sorry if you get a cleavage shot. Down. Shoulder blades are back and down. Tummy is tight. Same thing, stretching the hamstring, squeezing your ham and glute to stand up. Okay, now I'm going to show you a staggered stance. It's not a lunge, it's simply a little kickstand. I have mine, my toe, like right behind my front heel. So, does that make sense? There's a lot of people coming in the gym right now. This is simply a modified version of a single leg RDL. It's a fabulous way to load. It's kind of a single limb, but essentially it's just progressive overload, helping you work harder, work differently, and make one leg work instead of potentially one compensating without realizing. Okay, I'll show you from the side, but it's the exact same thing. But your mind, I want you to focus on the one leg that should be working. This is simply for stability. I'm not using it, okay? Drop down, kissing your hips to the sky, and I'm thinking in my mind, left hamstring, left glute, squeeze, 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 pull me up. Okay, kiss the ceiling, left hamstring, left glute, okay? Let me show you from this side. It's just a little kickstand. Dropping down. Notice the similarities. Shoulder blades are back and down. Chest is square in front. My eyes are looking where my chest is looking. I'm not here. I'm not here. My eyes are looking where my chest is looking. Okay? Now you're focusing your mind on your right hamstring, right glute. Not standing up, but thinking, pull with my hamstring and glute to force my torso up. I'm going to get a lighter dumbbell for the single leg exercise. Okay, let me check how you ladies are doing. Most of the way off of the back leg. Yes. So Melissa, if you struggle keeping weight off the back foot, we should talk about this. Melissa's a client, so we should talk about this. You should send me a video. But in your mind's eye, think about it. Think about you actually doing a single leg RDL or a single leg deadlift, which I don't think I've had you do yet. That kickstand is there. Check yourself. Pull it up. Check yourself when you're going down. Take it off. Do you move? If you move, something's wrong. If you move, you're not stabilized, focusing on that one leg, okay? Then you're kind of turning it into, let me give my leg half the work while I do half rest. We don't want that, right? Okay, now, the biggest problem I see almost 10 out of 10 times when ladies send me this video, I've seriously seen this over 100 times easily. I'll show you on this side first. Your hip opens, fire hydrant style. Stay away from that. What you want is your hips to stay perfectly square in front of you, perfectly square to the ground as you drop, as if your leg was standing right there, okay? Sometimes it can feel like we're collapsed, but then if you actually pull up the video, it's like, oh my gosh, I might have actually been a little bit open. It feels differently than it actually is in the beginning. So I would highly advise, even if you're not working with a trainer right now, if you are, send it to me, but if you're not working with a trainer right now, video it for yourself to see. I video myself all the time just to check my form. Okay, now you can do this opposite arm, opposite leg, excuse me, or same leg, same arm. I have my clients do both. Progressive overload. We want to keep putting stress and resistance and all these things on the body in different ways so we can keep adapting and growing and learning and doing different things instead of doing the same thing day in and day out so you're like one-dimensional, right? Let's be extremely functionally strong while we shape our body. Okay, so I'm going to show you stationary leg. I put my arm out to the side and you just nice and slow, chest and shoulders are staying square. If you have a little bounce, just pause. Bring it down. Hold up. Now remember, you want to focus on the stretch of your hamstring, squeezing your glute and hamstring to bring it up. Okay? Okay, let me show you on this side. Now, I will never claim to be perfect because we all have minor changes. No one's a perfect weightlifter. It's just practice being perfect every day. Okay, so I automatically start collapsing my hip because otherwise it's naturally open. Okay, bring yourself down. Now, I keep the dumbbell pretty much in the center. Oops, if you fall, just get back up, it's fine. Okay? Man, you should really feel it in that hamstring. And back. That one actually felt a little bit open. So just try again. The main thing is, do you feel it in your hamstring? Do you feel it in your glute? Are you square to the wall? Are you square to the ground? When I say square, I mean not like this. We want to be square. When I say square, I mean not like this. We want to be square. Okay? Do y'all need to see that again? You good? How important is that mind-muscle connection? Extremely, extremely important. But how you get it is practice. So even if you don't feel it, think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. If you cannot feel your hamstrings work, it's okay. Think about visualizing your hamstrings working. That will help develop the mind-muscle connection. We have to just keep thinking, okay, my lats are pulling. My mid-back is pulling. My glutes are pulling. Okay? Even if it doesn't make sense, just keep that practice, and then it will be like, light bulb, light bulb. Ooh, I have an awesome one actually for ladies who struggle turning their glutes on. Let me show you this. This is so fun. I learned this many, many, many years ago. Okay, if you don't understand how to just squeeze your glutes and feel it, which I think most of you can, but I just want to honor everybody. So if you cannot figure out how to squeeze your glutes, not in a way that's preventing the bathroom. Like, there is another way to squeeze your glutes. If you don't know any other way, do that. But so stand here, just like if you were to jump, and try to well, it's not externally rotating, but it's externally rotating this way. So act like you want your feet to fan out, but only do it with your booty. So think in your mind's eye, okay, make my feet spread apart, but the only thing I can use is my booty. Do you see how my body is wanting to force itself out? My glutes are the only thing doing that, which is super cool. Okay. Great, ladies. Okay, I'm going to go, Tiara, if you're talking about single leg deadlift, no, you have not, but you will eventually. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and go into deadlift. Oh my gosh. Please pay attention to the deadlift. This one is huge, 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 ladies, okay? So let me go put this dumbbell back just in case someone wants to use it. Okay, awesome. Now hopefully you have mastered the RDL, or at least have an understanding of, okay, stretch and kiss my hips to the sky, okay? Now, I like to break the deadlift down into 4 movements. It's literally an RDL plus, how do I put this? So this is a hip hinge or a hip dominant movement. This is a knee dominant movement, right? This is a knee dominant movement. This is a hip dominant movement. A hip thrust is a hip dominant movement. A squat is a knee dominant movement. A deadlift starts with a hip dominant movement, but then you allow your hips to drop. Okay? A lot of ladies just put the bar down and turn it into a squat. Excuse me. That is not what we want to do. Okay. So think about it in 4. Is this Backstreet? So think about hips touching the sky. So I'm literally doing an RDL. Once the bar is past your knees, then allow your hips to drop. Okay, now you need to do it backwards. Bring your hips back up to the sky. Once the bar is past your knees, then hamstrings and glute push your torso up. Okay, RDL. Once the bar is past your knees, Then you allow your hips to drop about 45 degrees. Mine's probably about 30. Then hips come back up all the way to the sky. Legs are basically straight. Squeeze your hamstrings and glutes. What I like to say is your bar is moving in one line. Your bar is moving up and down. That's it. So you have to move your body around the bar. Think about if you had 300 pounds on this. There's no way you can be moving the bar around. It's dangerous. So we want to keep the bar moving in one perfect line as we move our body around the bar. Okay? Now, a couple things to notice. Shoulder blades are back and down. Chest is pushed up towards the sky. Ribs are down towards your pelvis. Okay? Big problem I see is ladies go like this. You're like, it's like you're, how do you do it? It's like you're pushing the bar around your knees. But again, you're turning it into a squat. So hips are nice and high, nice and high, nice and high. Then sit. Then bring back up. Then pull. So first position of RDL, drop your hips back up. Second part of RDL. So the RDL is in the deadlift the whole time. Okay, I hope that made sense, ladies. Any questions? Cool. Yes, excellent, ladies, excellent, ladies. Good, okay. Go ahead and drop any questions from what I've gone over. I'm actually gonna go over a single leg deadlift. This one is, well, I'll go through staggered dead and then a single leg dead. These are definitely more advanced. Nail your deadlifts first. Okay, I'll go through these ones quick. They're essentially the same as the RDL, but you just have that drop. You allow your hips to drop at the second part of the movement. Okay, let me show you a deadlift from the beginning. I started by myself in the gym. Now there's lots of people in the gym. Okay, quick thing. I always recommend hands over instead of like this because you're creating imbalances in your body. I hate this grip. A lot of injury happens to the bicep in this grip, and it's silly. It's used for greater strength. I personally wouldn't choose that. I would say let your grip fail and then add straps. Okay, so, and I personally go over, but a C hook, putting your thumbs around is the safest. Okay, so drop. Now, notice your eyes are where your chest is looking. Okay? Okay. Now, staggered dead, same thing. Same thing, just as RDL. It's just a kickstand. Drop down. Notice how hard that is just with a bar. Now, I want you to notice this. My knees are right in line. So when the bar is going down, it is equally resting on both, but in my mind, I am using my right leg and glute only. Let me show you from the front. I want to dance. Get that staggered. Okay. Proper positioning. Then, same thing. That kickstanded leg. It's just there. It's just there. It's not working. Okay, I'm going to show you the single leg dead in a different room. So, let me actually move you, ladies. Go ahead and drop any questions, anything below. And give me just a second as I carry my many things. You could go take a water break or a pee break really quick. Give me just a sec. I hope you ladies are loving this. Are you getting a lot out of it? Let me know if this is really helping. Oh, great question, Melissa. Would that be considered a deficit deadlift? Wow. I would have to say no. I would have to say no because technically, if you're, excuse me, technically, if you're not using plates, although it can go lower, a deficit deadlift, even for the bar, you'd have to be standing on something because a deficit is going lower than what you can naturally go. You know what I mean? Although it is more range than if you had plates, I still don't think I would call it a deficit deadlift. Okay, just maneuvering around. Give me just a second. Probably chose the wrong spot today, but that's okay. All right, cool. So I'm actually going to show you with 2 kettlebells, and I'll show you the single leg deadlift. I doubt most of you guys have tried this, so it's very possible. It's definitely a lot more advanced movement, way more. Okay, I'm going to go pretty light just for now. Now, I'm also going to take my shoes off. Why would you take your shoes off? Ankle stability. It forces your ankle to work, your little ankle muscles to work and get strong, instead of your shoe doing the work. It's wonderful, and it's really wise. If you can ever lift without shoes on, always lift without shoes on. Now, single leg deadlift. My leg's just floating, and I can go from the side. Same movement. Drop down. Drop down. It's freaking tough. It's really freaking tough. Drop down. What is this? This is 18 pounds. So it's less than 40 pounds. And this is tough. And I can Rdl over 200 pounds easily. Maybe not easily, but this is only 40. Okay? That's a toughie. Nail all of the other movement patterns first. That one is so awesome, but so technically challenging. Okay. That was like easier than pistols. They are, but it's a totally opposite movement pattern. A pistol squat is your anterior chain, your quads. Deadlifts are your posterior chain, glutes and hams. So totally different. Hip dominant versus knee dominant. Okay, sweet. Okay, now the next one I want to quickly go over is, should have grabbed a barbell, is a sumo. I'm actually just going to use this dowel. You'll see. Okay. Get those bays wide. These are awesome for inside your thigh, hitting your glutes different. Like, this is wonderful variation of a deadlift, okay? Now, some people go too wide, and they're like this. Can you see my feet? So my toes are pointed this way, and my knees are pointed this way. We want our toes and feet pointed in the exact same direction. So, see, toes and feet in the exact same direction, okay? Now, because of how my hips are made or whatever, my forearms are like tight on my pelvis, okay? You can see here, I'm not just holding it. Get that proper posture always. Tight, tight, tight. My triceps are on and working. My lats are on and pulling that bar to my hips. Pull, 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 okay? Then, same thing, but notice my grip is inside my legs. Drop down. I'm kind of on uneven ground here. Drop down just like an Rdl. Bars past your knees. Drop down. Hips back up. Stand back up. Gosh, ladies, I'm so sorry for this cleavage. I really chose the wrong bra. It's my bad. So drop down. Get in right position. Drop down. Bars past your knees. Allow your hips to drop. Hips come back up. Stand. Not here. just right where you're standing, just like if you were standing. Okay, that's the farthest you want to go. Drop down. Okay, one more. Again, the biggest problem I see with this is ladies drop straight down. We never, ever want to drop straight down in a deadlift because you're turning it into a squat. Allow your chest to drop, hips to rise, hips to rise, hips to rise. So stretched, like literally like you're stretching in your hammy. Then drop it down. Get the stretch back. Pull back up. I hope I've hammered that enough. You really need the stretch, stretch, stretch in your hammy. Sweet, ladies. Good, good, good. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Awesome, ladies. I'm going to actually put my shirt on. We're going to go into some upper body exercises. Now, I am going to keep hammering the shoulder blade position because this is primarily where ladies experience shoulder injury, neck injury, usually those two with these. Okay? Because the problem is, even with my intermediate and more advanced clients, you shrug when you don't realize you're shrugging. Essentially, your body is bringing in your trap, recruiting your trap muscle because your weight's probably too heavy or you don't understand how to lift with your back. It sounds simple and it sounds like obviously I lift with my back, but just wait because you'd be surprised. And we don't want to grow our neck. We don't want a massive neck. I had one of my clients say, no wonder my neck is sore. I'm like, yeah, you need to drop your shoulder blades. Okay, so I'm just going to leave all my stuff in here. And we're going to go to the lat pull-down. This is the same in pull-ups. This is the same in every single movement. Every single thing you do, you can use the exact same form that you're learning in all these different exercises. Cool. Now, because you should be able to hear me the same if I'm not facing you, I'm going to talk through this with you looking at this. Okay. Now, how do you know what grip to use? Wide, shoulder width, supinated, which is underhand. How do you know which one? Use them all. Use them all. Progressive overload. Wide is going to give you that beautiful shape. This is good, but you don't want to always train wide, right? You might get huge. No, you're not going to get huge, but you don't always want to train wide. You want to train your mid back as well. Therefore, shoulder width or underhand. Why would you use underhand versus overhand? Underhand uses more bicep, which is why I tell women sometimes, you don't have to have arm day. You don't have to isolate your arms as much as you think because they're already secondary movers. So in an underhand or a Yato or a supinated or an underhand lat pull down, your secondary mover is now already your bicep. Your biceps will grow and they will shape, but now you're not going to have these massive arms. You can have a gorgeous back, gorgeous upper body, and lean and tone arms. Believe me, I've done it the other way and it is not a cute outcome. Okay, so I'm going to go just kind of medium wide. The biggest problem I see, ladies, with this one is your shoulders are up here. And so when you pull, they're still up there. This is what's going to train your neck, and this is what's going to cause injury. Drop them down. Look at that difference. Drop them down. Every exercise you ever do, they should be dropped down. This, in and of itself, is an exercise you can do as a lat pull-down warm-up. Do 10 of these, just like this. Your arms are not moving. It's just simply your shoulder blades dropping down into position. Okay? Get yourself about 45 degrees back, shoulders down, then pull. Okay? Notice where the bar is. It's under my chin, just like a pull-up. We're not pulling down to our breasts. We're not pulling down anywhere other than the bottom of our chin, just like you're doing a pull-up. Okay? Notice my shoulder blades remain down in position, but If you feel more advanced and feel comfortable with this movement, allow your lats to release and get the full stretch. Just pull them into position before you pull. This is greater range of motion. This is definitely the more advanced alternative, so make sure you nail keeping your shoulder blades in place first, like this, okay? Notice my thumbs are over. It's safer to get in the habit of thumbs around. That's just not how I learned to lift, I guess. Okay, same thing, same exact thing with the underhand. I put my pinkies right where the gnarling starts, which is this stuff. I put my pinkies right there, but really you just want shoulder width, wherever shoulder width for you. This is what feels comfortable for me. No one can tell you how you should perfectly lift because your bones, your body is structured differently than anyone else. So above all, listen to your own body, okay? Okay, now, shoulder blades down into position, pull just like a chin up. This is literally mimicking a chin up. Shoulder blades down, okay, just like this. If you want that extra stretch, allow them to release, pull them down, then pull. Allow them to release, pull them down, then pull, okay? I do both. To be honest, it depends what mood I'm in. I do both. Sometimes if I just want to crank out my lift, I'll keep them in position and then I'll pull. Great. Any questions? Yes, Melissa, a lot of ladies do that. You pull all the way down to your chest, but if we're doing a pull-up, are you pulling the pull-up bar to your chest? Like, no. We're pulling our chin over the bar. A lat pull-down, think about it as training your pull-up, okay? Because we should all be able to do pull-ups. We should all be able to do push-ups. Really, where'd my paper go? Okay, let me see what else I have for you, ladies. Any questions so far? Any questions? Good. Go ahead, drop them. Let me see what else we got. I want to do a couple shoulder presses. Let me see what else is on my list. Oh, shoulder press. And this is actually my last one. And then I'll go over anything that you ladies want to go over. Anything, okay? Okay. Give me just a second because I'm going to grab a dumbbell. I apologize for the delay. And I'm actually going to put you up on this stand here. Good. I hope you ladies are getting a lot out of this because it will totally make or break your results. That's why I harp sometimes on my clients, like, send me videos. Okay, give me one sec. All right. Now, I want you to understand my style of training because it's important to understand that, to understand my perspective, like where I'm even coming from. So, primarily, functional lifting. That is what I do. Like at the heart of everything, I want to make sure clients and you guys are lifting in a way that gives you functional strength. What is functional strength? Living your life. Just being strong in any activity ever. Like you are just strong. You are physically able. So although I definitely do more of a bodybuilding style training because I do physique shaping, right? We're not just like exercising, like we're specifically shaping for a beautiful, curvy, toned, feminine physique. I have a very specific outcome that my clients get with my programs. Not everybody does that. Some people just do exercise. So although I do bodybuilding lifts, and I do want you to go through full range of motion, and I do want you to do different lifting patterns than maybe some others do, the core of it all is functional strength, healthy lifting. Then the next benefit is more range of motion, shaping your body, getting a specific outcome. I have done group fitness and just exercised. It's not a pretty outcome. It's like rolling the dice. Like, what is my physique going to look like? It's like, just do it right the first time in terms of like, what's your exact goal? Lift that way, to accomplish it the first time. So that's what I like to teach. Okay, so a lot of lifts, a lot of shoulder presses, they'll have you start here. That's crazy. Start here. Otherwise, you're doing half a rep. You're missing all of this. So what I like for me and my clients to do, we're stretching the delt all the way down instead of half stretching the delt. This is crazy. This is a freaking half of a rep. That's insane. Stretch your delt all the way down. Now you're putting it in longer range of motion. Instead of stopping here, you're going all the way down here, pressing all the way up. You'll get way more bang for your buck every single rep. Every single rep, you'll see more growth, more results. We're not here, right? We're not fully open. It's about here, about 45 degrees. Pressing up, slowly coming back down. I think about it as my shoulder, but you can think about it as the bottom of your chin. Pressing up, coming all the way back down. Pressing up, all the way back down. Notice my breath. All the way back down. What I think is explode. I always think explode. Okay? All the way. Getting a little sore. Now, let's go through Arnold Press. Oh my God, this one drives me crazy. Some people start right here and they go bam, 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 bam. It's craziness. Let's start here, make a big C shape all the way up, touching the dumbbells, all the way down, bringing it back together, all the way up, all the way down. Now, some people go straight up. I don't know what to tell you. I could go either way. I personally was taught in school and in my lifting programs to make a C shape because it's engaging more lat. And that's how I train my clients. If I wanted them to go straight up, I would simply do a neutral grip press. You know, an Arnold press is actually designed, Arnold Schwarzenegger, to the best of my knowledge, designed it to help keep your shoulder blades down and in position. It's not funny. So, bring yourself down and around. Let me show you from the back. Let me show you from the side. Okay. Great. Okay, ladies. What questions can I answer? Good, good, good. This has been so helpful. Yes, just started lifting. Excellent. I'm so glad you learned a lot. Excellent. Yes, Tiara, I was totally thinking about you too, but that was actually my fault with the video. That was not your fault. Beautiful, ladies. Any questions? Anything else you want me to go over? Anything at all? Anything at all? I never put thought into it. I bet I do half. I can almost guarantee it. Yeah, and it's not your fault. It's really not your fault. It's just there's a lot of bad information out there, but also the fitness and the nutrition industry is changing so rapidly that if you don't stay on top of the new research, on top of the new knowledge, new education, all the things, you'll be behind. What we used to think worked well, now it's like, oh, there's actually a better way. Oh, in a hip thrust, you actually shouldn't be looking up here where your chest is, which normally you do, but instead you look through so you keep your gaze in the same position. Brett Contreras did a study where he put electrodes on the booty that actually stimulated the glutes more. Your gaze difference. It's crazy. It's crazy. Cool. On the wide grip row, still the same with bands. What do you mean, Tiara? Same. Let's do it. Let me pull you somewhere. Wide grip with bands is quite challenging because you have to have a lot of discipline to keep it wide, and it's quite hard. I like when ladies, let me use this one. I like when ladies put a broomstick or something in their handles to make it a little easier. But let's see what I can show you here. Okay. Can you all see me okay? So, shoulder blades down and in position. Ribs to your pelvis, chest is up. And then pull to the side. Pull to the side. So notice where my hands are. They're not here. Elbows are about 45 degrees down. Okay, pulling to the side. Now, if you made this a normal seated row, grip would face each other and your elbows would come down to your pelvis. Keeping shoulder blades down. We're not pulling like this. We're pulling like this. Okay? Same with the wide. We're not pulling like this. Get everything down. We're pulling like this. Visualize this part of your back and this part of your lat. Visualize. That is what's pulling. It's not your arms. Your arms are simply a tool that your back is using to pull, pull, pull to grow. Okay? Okay. Did that answer your question, lovely? Yes, you can stay wide. Yep. Good. Yes, you can learn every day and still not know everything. I still learn every day. I've been a trainer for 11 years, and I still do certifications because I'm like, I want to be up in that knowledge. I want to bring you all the best high quality knowledge possible. Good. Okay. Awesome, ladies. Well, I think that's probably going to end it for today. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Ooh, actually, I want to show you one more. Let me show you one more because I think this one is really common error as well. It's an ab exercise. Now, oops, to hit your low abs, a couple of great exercises. Kicking. Isn't that crazy? Because lifting your leg uses your low abs. Here's another funny one. You know that TikTok or Instagram reel video that went viral of the lady going like this? I think it's called a pelvic tilt or pelvic tuck. So effective at training your low abs. Those people that are doing that video and losing weight, it's actually real because they're working out. They're using their low abs. So I have a lot of ladies kick, or kick, jump, because actively lifting your leg like that will work your low abs. And the stronger your low abs, the more pressure it can take off your low back in deadlifts and hip thrusts and sumo dead and all of that. In 45-degree back extension, which is a phenomenal exercise. Okay, where's my chair? Now, here's what I want to show you. This is called a captain's chair knee raise. A lot of ladies will go like this and pull here. Look at my shoulders. No. You want to bring yourself all the way up, shoulder blades in position. You're in proper posture, as if you were standing. Then you pull without momentum. Take momentum out. You're cheating yourself. You're here to get better, not to like perfect every movement. You're here to get strong, right? So who cares about everyone else in the gym? You just focus on you. They're focused on themselves. If they're judging, bye, Felicia. Like, you're here to get better. Don't even worry about it. So, takeaway from everything. Shoulder blades down in position. Chest is pulled up. Proper hip hinging. Proper hip hinging is huge. Okay, ladies, let me verify all of these. Cool. Oh, that's awesome. You've been doing a lot of pelvic tilts in 1 week. Felt a huge difference. That's amazing. Great for ladies who have had kiddos too. Excellent. Good. Okay, great, ladies. I'm so glad you found this useful. I'm so glad you tuned in. Thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow, we are going to, what am I doing tomorrow? Tomorrow's going to be all about macros, nutrition, all the things that usually trip you ladies up with tracking macros, things that easily get you off track. I'll just help you create solution. That's it. I'll help you be like, okay, you don't know how to eat out or you don't know how to track when you're going out. You don't know how to track if it's a spur of the moment dinner. You don't know how to track if you can't find it in MyFitnessPal. We'll go through all of those things. So tracking macros is effortless. Well, it takes effort, but it feels good, right? It feels easy. I think it was you, Melissa, texting me this morning saying that, Melissa, what did you say? It was therapeutic. Tracking macros felt so therapeutic. I'm like, it's so true because when we track and when we nail this lifestyle or practice this lifestyle of weightlifting and tracking, we realize we have total control over our body in terms of weight. We have total control over how we feel. We have so much control over hormone regulation, ladies, sex drive, mood, energy, brain fog. Nutrition can literally heal or take care of so many issues that you experience day after day. Tracking macros is wonderful. It is so therapeutic and it is so sustainable. That's what you said. I finally found something I can do for the rest of my life. I'm like, I agree, which is why I teach my clients tracking macros. Now, do I want all of them to track for the rest of their life? Not necessarily. I still track. I love it because it gives me total control. But it also empowers you to learn your body, to understand your body, so you can later down the road intuitively eat and easily maintain the new weight and the new physique that you spent hard effort creating for yourself. It's a wonderful process. Get out of the diet culture and just learn how to eat healthy, live your life in healthy ways, exercise, feel good, and literally take control of your life in a great way. In a great way. Excellent. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, ladies, have a great day. I'll see you in the morning. Oh, no, I'm going to be going live again later today, and I'll go through all the form feedback of those wonderful videos you ladies sent. Thank you for sending those. And I will go through live form feedback. I'll draw on it. It will be so awesome. I'm not sure the time. I may have my kiddo, but I will definitely go back live today. Awesome. Okay, have a great day. See you guys soon. Thanks so much for being here. I'm not sure how to end it. Okay.